So many pieces all back together now. What's your vision?
Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Rise of Red Bull Leipzig. Now, we did just bring you the last live comm in the German Cup, which was recent win against Wolfsburg. So we've got 3 matches to recap, tell you about an injury that's happened, and it really has been a big blow to the team, and we'll get into today's live comm at the Signal Iduna Park away to Borussia Dortmund. So that big injury is Christopher Ayer, who has got 57 appearances under his belt with Red Bull Leipzig. Now, he was away on Norwegian international duty where he has 5 caps, and unfortunately he broke his arm and is out for 2 months. He has about 4 to 5 weeks left. Disappointing to lose him because I really was going to make him a mainstay in the first 11 this season. He's still described as a wonder kid, and remember guys, we did turn down a mammoth nearly £21 million bid from Arsenal for, and that 21 million could really reconstruct and develop our squad in depth really, because as you've seen in the last episode, when we got injuries we really did look lackluster in certain areas and short of bodies in the squad. So after the Wolfsburg win, which was pretty impressive in extra time to win 2-0, we played Hanover at home, and we really did play excellent in this match. We did go 4-0 up, goals through Kirchhoff, Poulsen, Moussa Dembele and Amin Younes, who's played quite well recently. What was disappointing about this was conceding 2 goals in the last 6 minutes. They were irrelevant. We were always going to get the points at 4-0 up, but it was disappointing to lose that clean sheet at the end through a couple of moments of sloppiness. But a 4-2 win and 3 big points at home at the Red Bull Arena. Next up was an away thumping. We ended up getting battered at the Olympiastadion in Berlin to Hertha Berlin. Goals from former Basel man Valentin Stocker, former Chelsea man Solomon Kalou, Mitchell Weiser, formerly of Bayern Munich, and Kevin Freisenbichler, in a game that we really did play poor, that saw 2 of our defenders in Jonathan Tah and Anthony Young getting a 5.7, Dominic Kaiser being the player standing out with an 8 in what was a very poor and disappointing team performance. The third and final match to recap you on is the recent win at the Red Bull Arena against Cologne. Now, we did win 2-0, a goal just on half-time by Jan Kirchhoff, his second of the season, and a goal to wrap it up in the 84th minute from substitute and on loan Arsenal player Jeff Ryan at Adelaide. We did have 29 shots in this game, 13 of those were on target and 53% possession. We played really well. Sabitzer again getting man of the match. I'm actually going to show you Sabitzer in a minute, as he is my favourite player in this current save, but we did play really well. The disappointing thing about this was Bartlomiej Dragowski getting injured for a couple of weeks in the match, but other than that, a real solid performance, and we really kept Cologne at bay and they didn't have much involvement in the actual game. But we did manage to put 2 goals past Timo Horn. Real good victory and glad to get the 3 points. So here is my current favourite player in this save. Now, we did give him a new 5-year contract on a hefty £50,000 per week. Nobody is even close to that. I think the second highest earning player in my squad is around the £30,000 mark. He's a key player for the team, 12 pros, 3 cons, 4-star current and potential ability, can play anywhere almost along the top line, but does play on the right hand side of midfield. He's a 23-year-old Austrian with 28 caps and 4 goals. He has scored 19 goals in 78 appearances for Red Bull Leipzig this season, 14 starts. He never misses many games. I think he's only missed 1 in the last 2 seasons, and he doesn't start on the bench because he is such a solid player. In 14 appearances this season, he's got 5 goals, 4 assists, so contributing to 9 goals this campaign and a 7.64 average, and now valued at 10.75 million. Again, it's proven worthy. When I had interest in him and Forsberg, I really did feel pressured into selling at least one of them financially reasons, and I chose Forsberg to go because I believe Sabitzer would turn out to be better, and he hasn't proved me wrong. He is absolutely top quality. Now, if you're looking for a wide man for your team that you're playing as, this is my recommendation. My favourite player currently on Football Manager 2016, he is world-class potential. Final thing to round up on just before we get into today's match is the league table. 13 games played, we have won 4, lost 6 and drew 3. We've only scored 8 goals. Now that is worrying. We've only scored 8 goals in the campaign, and it's something to really worry about. Sorry, I meant 18 goals. Sorry, I never meant 8 goals. I'm looking at the below one. I'm getting a little bit mixed up here. So 18 goals is what we've scored, and 25 goals is what we've conceded. We're on 15 points. There isn't that many points between us and the top 6 spot, which of course then means I think you compete for a European spot when you get into that area. But that is way ahead of our thinking. Mid-table finish is our prediction, and our form in the last 5 matches: 2 losses, 1 draw and 2 wins. Today we play the second place team, who have won 11 and lost to Dortmund. Their recent form is 2 losses and 3 wins, and they're on 33 points and look like they're going to go toe to toe, face to face with Bayern Munich in terms of winning the Bundesliga title. So here we are in arguably what is the second toughest match of the season, away to Dortmund, and what is going to be a very tough test for my inexperienced squad in the Bundesliga. So we're lining up 4-4-2. We'll be mixing it up whether we play 2 up front or 1. Okay, so Rakowski gets his debut in goals due to the injury of Dragowski, who's due to be back next week. Young at left back, Kirchhoff and Ta in the middle. Bush gets the nod ahead of Klosterman. On the left, Yunus. In the middle is Speraqueta and Kaiser. Sabitzer on the right. Up top, Jurari Poulsen and Musa Dembele, who's been crying out for games. On the bench, Upamecano, Klosterman, Ryan Adelaide, Bruno Clough, the returning Davy Selke, who's been out for, I think it's 5 months, so he's just returning. Probably won't play, as he's certainly lacking fitness. Damiao also on the bench. The Dortmund squad: Berkey playing in a 4-3-1-2, Smeltzer, Hummels, Manolas, Piszczek, Bender, Sahin, Gundogan, Mkhitaryan, Royce up front with Aubameyang. That is a dangerous trio going forward. On the bench, Ryman, Socrates, Kagawa, Jose Perez, who's one of my favourite players on FIFA, Football Manager, Weigl, Ginter and Muto. Clear favourites, Dortmund, by the bookies at 4-6. The briefing to the lads has been given. Hopefully we can put in a good performance, although the odds are stacked against us. Who knows? Big test. The last big test we had, the real big test, was Bayern away, and we held it at 1-0 to the latter stages of the game before conceding to a Jerome Boateng header to make it 2-0. Piszczek, Aubameyang, Manolas, Sahin, Manolas again, Gundogan, Aubameyang, turns, and he puts it straight at Rakowski. Good save. Berkey holding on to it in his own area. Manolas. Berkey again plays it long, and it comes to nothing. Young, Dembele, big chance for him. Young again, Esperaqueta, Sabitzer, and it goes straight at Berkey and puts out for a corner. Decent attempt there. Esperaqueta with the corner. Hummels away. Dembele. I'm sure I never set him to be back there. I'll have to look at my set piece instructions when attacking on corners after this match. Aubameyang. Schmelzer. Aubameyang. He cuts in and tries to put it into the far corner. Rakowski saves again. Comes to nothing here. 65% possession in favour to Dortmund after 12 minutes. Aubameyang goes for another attempt and puts it wide. Sahin. Hummels at the back post. Aubameyang. And it gets cleared away. Cannons off of Jonathan Tartan out for another corner, which will be taken by Nuri Sahin. Royce. First involvement for him. Again Royce. Out to Schmelzer. Royce. Gundogan. Mkhitaryan. It was going wide, but Rakowski decided to collect it anyway. 7 shots after 15 minutes for Dortmund. Kind of tells its own story. Piszczek wide on his own. Crosses it in, Aubameyang, and he puts it over. A good chance there for the speed demon that is Aubameyang. Esperiqueta. Poor pass. Mkhitaryan. Piszczek. Back stick, and there you go. 1-0, Borussia Dortmund. Marco Reus puts in a Piszczek cross from the right hand side, and he really couldn't miss as he was unmarked at the back stick. You can see there that my right back Martin Bush loses Reus, who's free to guide the ball in at the near post, giving Rakowski no chance. We've really struggled in this match so far. Bush, Kaiser, Bush again. Poor passing to Bender. If you can't do the simple things right, like a short pass, you've got absolutely no chance against quality sides like this. We're not trying anything fancy. It's a simple pass. Bender, Piszczek. And there you go. 2-0 at the near post. Piszczek again with the assist. Plays it into Aubameyang, who puts it away. And we have been absolutely outclassed here after 25 minutes. It almost looked like it was going straight at the goalkeeper. I'm not sure what he was doing there. Rakowski. We certainly do not have the quality to come back from this. We just can't even keep a hold of the ball at all. Very poor from us. Not even putting a fight up for it. Gundogan. Piszczek's been involved a lot. Sahin. Piszczek. Gundogan. Piszczek again. Gundogan. Bender. Mkhitaryan. Reus. Aubameyang, and he puts it wide. We just can't seem to catch a break here. We can't even get out of our own half. Young. Yunez. Poulsen. Kaiser. Bush. Sabitzer. First time he's been involved. Dembele plays it in. Esperiqueta. And that was our first real half chance since the one we had early on in the game. Rakowski. Bush. Sabitzer. Dembele will chase. Manolas collects. Into Bender, and it's far too easy for this squad. Title competing side here we're playing against. Reus. Schmelzer. Gundogan. Sahin. Mkhitaryan, and straight at Rakowski, and saves it. Been a real struggle today. Still got a long way to go yet. Piszczek. Gundogan, and 3-0. We are getting absolutely battered. Piszczek with his hat-trick of assists to Gundogan on the edge of the area, and he puts it in to the far left-hand side of the corner of the net. Tidy finish that one. Goalkeeper had absolutely no chance. This has been a Borussia battering. Piszczek, Aubameyang, Sahin, Gundogan, Hummels, Gundogan again, Hummels, again Gundogan. Real solid heart at the middle of that trio of midfielders in the centre. Dembele, Sabitzer, absolutely terrible. Aubameyang will chase that on the right hand side, cuts inside. That is awful. Aubameyang should have had another goal there. Awful defensive play. 17 shots in 38 minutes. We are getting a tonkin here. Poulsen, Dembele, and he loses it. This is dreadful. Mkhitaryan. I can already tell you that this is the most unenjoyable game that I've played in this series, and I am in the third season. I'm really not enjoying this. Even the 4-0 thrashing by Hertha Berlin earlier in the season wasn't as bad as watching this. At least we had some of the ball and some chances, but you'd think we're playing Barcelona here. Poulsen, Dembele. Dembele got his chance. Doubt he'll be getting another start anytime soon. Sabitzer. Goal! Finally! Something to shout about. And it's the man at the centre of that, Sabitzer on the right hand side. The man that I just showcased to you prior to the match. taking on the defender, and Poulsen could not miss from 2 yards out. Finally, some decent play by us in a game that we really struggled. Martin Bush with a 5.8. We're going to have to look at this at half time. I don't believe we're ever going to get anything out of this game, but we're going to have to try and see what we can change. Okay, so I've told the guys that I really expect them to put more of a fight up in the second half, because we really were not involved in that game and didn't offer much. We've made 2 substitutions. Martin Bush has come off, Klosterman has come on, and we've taken Moussa Dembele off and brought on Leandro Damião in that poacher role. Dembele's good, but he's more of a... And Sabitzer's just given away a penalty. The man that I've just been praising, he's just given away a penalty. Marco Reus is going to step up, and he puts it away. 48 minutes, 3 minutes into the second half, and that is game, set and match. Unbelievable. Solid penalty. As I was saying about Dembele, he's got 4 goals this season, but I think he's only made 2 starts, so in the 13 substitute appearances he's managed to get 4 goals. It's not a lot, but it just shows his pace and power from the bench is pretty decent. What a goal, Sabitzer. What a goal. You've redeemed yourself from giving that penalty away. 4-2. We're still miles out of this game, but 4 shots on target out of 5, and Sabitzer absolutely thrashed that into the net. What a player he is. Doesn't often make mistakes and is very much so the standout player in most matches we play. Aubameyang. Sahin. Try to encourage the lads. Piszczek. Esperiqueta. He's been disappointing in the middle today, and pretty much most matches, to be honest. Big name signing, but really wanting to start producing the goods. Royce, Gundogan, been quality Gundogan in this match. Mkhitaryan, and it hits the post, trickles in over the line at the opposite side. Oh, we've really not been given much of a chance here. Great pass in there. As you can see, it just about goes over the line. Fair play, Dortmund have really outclassed us today. Young, Esperiqueta, loses the ball, and he's had a nightmare today. Ryan Adelaide will come on for the 5.8 rating after 64 minutes. That is Amin Younes, but apparently he's motivated. Urari, and a good chance straight at Burkey. Amazingly, with a 5.8 after over an hour of football, 5-2 down, your wide man Amin Younes is looking motivated. Son, you're hooked. And I look forward to getting this game over and out the way. At least next time when we do play Bayern and Dortmund in live comms in the future of this season, they will both be at the Red Bull Arena and we might stand a chance. Sabitzer, another half chance from the same angle that he scored at in this match already. 5-2. And it's been a struggle, to be honest. Sabitzer, 6.7, 1 goal and 1 assist, and he's went from like an over 7 average to 6.7 as we conceded that 5th goal. Ginter, Royce, Jose Perez, the class and gulf and quality of the players they can bring on compared to us is vastly superior. Damião, the power is beating him. Damião with a good chance put straight at Burkey, and a real good chance from Damião. Used his power to get in front of his man there. Sabitzer loses the ball to Bender. Kagawa out on the left hand side. Nuri Sahin. Piszczek. Ryan Adelaide takes off. It just shows you though that we're not ready to compete with these big teams as yet. This season is all about, for me personally, it was staying in the league, although the board wanted a mid-table finish. So as long as we can keep the board happy, get mid-table, keep our job, and look to progress, and really attract top players if we can possibly, and hopefully get a big budget. As you know, this is our first season in the Bundesliga, and we only got a 3.4 million budget, so we had to work around that and work around sales, be cheap with signings, and be shrewd about it. So hopefully we can get a big budget one season and really look for some in-depth regen players, hopefully, and maybe 1 or 2 top players with good reputations. Sabitzer. Klosterman. Into Spiriqueta, who's on a yellow card. Klosterman again. And the full-time whistle should just be about to go. And there you go, at the Signal Iduna Park, Borussia Dortmund 5, Red Bull Leipzig 2. And the standout player for me, again, with an assist and a goal to his name, Marcel Sabitzer. So confirmation of that defeat that sees us sit in 12th place now. The 2 teams below, Freiburg and Cologne, have got games in hand and they can go above us if they win those matches. 12th place, not too bad. We lost 7 games in total, won 4, drew 3, scored 20, conceded 30. It's going to be a long, old, tough season, so hopefully we can improve in the near future. So next up we play Augsburg at home, Paderborn away, Frankfurt in the German Cup 3rd round away from home, Gladbach at home, Stuttgart at home, Mainz away. So definitely some winnable games in that mix. But for me, the next match we're going to come back to and live comp is Stuttgart at home at the Red Bull Arena on the 27th of January 2018. And therefore, should we have funds, or should we manage to raise funds, or sell players, we can update you on some potential signings, free transfers, potential Bossman signings on pre-contract, and maybe even a couple of loan deals should they happen. Thanks for watching The Rise again, guys. It's been a pleasure, and if you've enjoyed the video, hit like. If you happen to be passing by, hit that subscribe button, and please continue to enjoy the FM content on our channel. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.